Okay, hi everybody. It's me, it's Lily. I'm back for the art stream. So happy to see everybody. I had a better week this week as far as like stress, but it was busy. I didn't get as much done as I would have liked. My mom did end up in the hospital, but she's fine. She had been having a lot of problems the past few months, and I was getting pretty worried, but turns out it was her gallbladder, and it's out now, and she's much happier, and I think everything's going to be a lot better. So scary, but fine. I have been a little distracted, admittedly, but happy to come back here and start the art stream. I promise my priority is on my commissions, especially this weekend. I'm going to go hard. Like, I might even go offline to do it, but those are kind of hard to work on the stream right now, and I need to get this background done because I don't know if you guys noticed, my wings are kind of big and I love them, but I want to be able to put myself on a little masked shape that'll be smaller, like a little portrait mode. And we don't want to lose the wings or take them off, but I've been doing a little blurry mask, which you're going to see once I shrink down here in a second. It's neat, but it's a little bit lazy. Here, let me show you. Let's do the shrink down. So you see, it's just blurs off. Yes, locked in, Lily. No time to waste. Welcome, Sarah. It's good to see you. So yeah, this is not cutting it for me, this little gradient mask thing. I don't like it. So the reason we're working on this background. Discrete wings, I don't know. This is my way of giving myself a background to put myself onto so then I can crop out like a circle frame. I'm going to design a very simple frame, nothing too distracting, but that way when I do React videos, I can put myself in a little picture-in-picture. You get it. You know what I'm going for. Dual time? Hold on. I'm getting used to this. Can't type correctly today. Please let me know if the music levels are good. I think they are. I didn't decline. I literally typed accept. You saw it. I typed accept. I'm not a chump. Oh, fine. Count that as a win. I'll give it to you because you're down so bad. So, please let me know if my swallowing sounds are too much. I've got the lavalier mic, and I'm really trying to work so hard on fixing the sound up perfectly, but working on a mute button. Didn't have one last game stream. Thought I was muting myself whenever I coughed from this awful air quality we have right now. So just great, just awesome, just great. Love it. Love that for me. But I know you guys don't mind, so we'll figure it out. Someday when everything is perfect and the only thing people have to nitpick about, like when I've got 300 people in my stream nitpicking every itty bitty little teeny tiny thing, you guys who were here from the beginning, my OGs, can be like, I was there when her mic was spitting out static and making her sound like a robot. This is but the beginning of my ascent to glory. Good job, Sarah. I believe in you. I love it for you. Hi, friend. Hello. So real quick, I'll explain this background before I get started. Just got a fairy den. It's just a fairy... I have this obsession with imagining the most cozy, comfy, like overindulgent, maximalist fairy core like living room spaces because I'm broke, and every time I have like even the slightest scrap of money, I do what I can to like add greenery or magic to my little corner of my apartment. So this is my way of doing that digitally. So we've just got a little couch here. Let me see if I can be more instructive. Got a little couch. Let me see. I had some like color plans, but I've kind of thrown those out. Right now, I'm mostly just trying to get the structure correct. There's going to be a lot of like little fireflies, a lot of little motes, a lot of little details. When I originally drew it, the TV was just not aligned at all. Everything was off, so I've been sketching and resketching, trying to get it to actually line up and good enough that I can actually hash it out. But we've got an ottoman, we've got a couch, we've got this like sort of rustic table over here, and I've got a round table with just like a lot of crystals and knickknacks and witchy things. Here, I'll show you the table with the crystals and knickknacks right here in the corner. Both walls have a big window with this sort of organic, like, tree branch sort of. You guys have seen it a million times. It's like a, you know, cottage core witchy, you know, vibe. I'm not good with words today, but you guys can probably follow every bonkers thing that I'm trying to say. So then we've got like a ceiling. I'm probably going to put some like constellation, like some stars and things mixed in here. Suplex that Murphy's Law into submission, yes. And then same thing over here, some like specimens and a lot of like little mushrooms and mushroom lamps and dangly moss, and you can see the moon through the window. It's gonna be like some nice outside nighttime view, and very blue, very purple. It should match my avatar pretty well. So now I'm gonna get a really bright color because I don't know, something about sketching with brighter colors makes me feel more motivated. Anybody else? Now I want to try and let me move the chat out of the way a little bit. It's kind of big and it might be blocking. There, you can see a little bit more now. I'm just going to try and define the shape of this couch a little bit better. One of my favorite things about drawing backgrounds is that once you get a brush that you really like and you get it, you know, kind of acting the way you want, you sort of get into like a zone. And I'm trying to, I had a brush perfect and I literally don't know what happened to it. It was earlier today. That's what I did a lot of this like this underline with, and now I can't find it. And I'm getting so frustrated trying to figure out what the hell brush was it? Why didn't it save? It might not have saved because I rebooted the computer to get my resources back before I started streaming. Rafa says, this character has always had for me a very refined air about her. Is that kind of coming into the room too? Oh yes. It's very like magical, elegant, sparkly, cozy, but you know, there's like a lot of herbs and crystals and like witchy stuff in the room. So it's supposed to feel very safe and natural, I think is the words I would look for. And I love weird lamps, so there's a lot of weird lamps. My dream, if I do get famous and make enough money, and this, I don't even have to get famous, I want a rain lamp so bad. I'll show you guys. I grew up with one when I was a little girl. It was already like vintage and retro by then, but let me make sure I'm not blasting you guys with the browser. Some of you might already know what I'm talking about, but it's an oil, I guess you call it an oil lamp. It's not lit with oil, it's an electric lamp, but it uses oil beads to create, here we go, to create, what the hell? The rain. And I just literally want one. That's all I want. I want the one with the lady in it. I don't care if she's naked or clothed or whatever. It's just that there's only a couple of other designs and they're not the ones that I like because it's usually like a water mill or something. But most of the time the design is the lady. This is pretty cool. Skeletons hugging design. You can kind of see that's the effect, and it's so dreamy, and as the oil comes down it like catches the light from the lamp. I used to fall asleep staring at one of these every single night when I was really little, and I need one in my life again. You have to maintain them and you have to wipe the dust out because otherwise it'll get gunked up, but There's just nothing like this in the whole world. I love them so much. I just want one. Yeah, there's literally, it's a vinyl, nylon fishing line. It's just fishing line. It just drips mineral oil down a fishing line, and then it recycles it, and it just keeps running it down, and every so often you have to replace the mineral oil. That's it. It's such a genius design, and I freaking love it. So I'm probably gonna have one of those in this design somewhere. But they're just so cool. Like here you can actually see shush, I don't need free shipping. You can see how the beads of it literally this one only has one row all going diagonally, but a lot of times they'll have a second row that also goes vertically to really give you that sense of density from the rain. Anyway, not to geek out, but only one of my favorite things in the entire world that exists. Sorry, there goes that cough again, but thankfully I'm able to mute. The air quality has been so freaking bad. I need to improve my air humidifier situation. Super fun talk. Anyway, so lamps, a lot of wood paneling. I'm not good at drawing wood, and I'm not good at drawing like branches and things, but if I would just practice more, that's why I've got the new age mix art coming as well. That looks doable with the 3D printer and some effort and materials. Yeah, I feel like the design itself is actually pretty basic. I don't understand how the channel to get the oil back up works, but I'm sure it's just like basic. They've existed for almost 100 years, so the tech can't be that complicated. I'm sure that Etsy probably has a couple of people, or maybe not Etsy, but like, I'm sure there's a couple of people out there making custom ones because of people like me, and I would absolutely be willing to pay, you know, up to $200 for a fairly sturdy replica. They go for about that much on eBay, but it's really hard to find the lady one. It's always like a building or a watermill. Hold down the middle, does it? Yeah, you guys are gonna have to explain to me how the hell that works. But I know that I just really loved the, I remember the smell. There's this warm dust smell that accumulated on a lot of stuff like that when I was a kid, and it's not a burning smell, it's not unpleasant, it's just this very like cozy smell of what that living room was like to be in at the time. It was like being in another world. I'm always trying to recapture that with my art. A lot of the art that I do is me just trying to recapture my childhood in some way, like the environments I was in. I'm gonna ramble for a second. The reason there's a gnome emoji in my Discord is because I'm a little bit obsessed with gnomes, like on a subconscious level. I don't own any gnome anything yet, but every time I see one, I like light up, and it's because when I was a little girl, my first stepmom would let me stay with her best friend during the day sometimes when I needed a babysitter, and her best friend had this super dark wood panel apartment with plant life going up every corner, which she watered with coffee. She would always talk about it. And she had those little glass curio cabinets with the light on top shining down through like the glass shelves, and every single glass shelf had like little clay ceramic mushrooms and like little gnomes, little bunny rabbits. This was like 1992, and this woman was like cottagecore forward more than any Tumblr I've ever seen in my life. This apartment was such a dream for a little girl. Gnomeless. I am still gnomeless, but we're gonna work on it. I love gnomes, and I've always wanted a space that reminded me of Miss Kathy's apartment. We've all got a spot from our childhood that we, you know, encountered that we were like, whoa, this is the best place ever. I never want to leave here. I never got a chance to go to Disney World, but that's basically what this place felt like for me every time I went over there. And then she would always rent me Rainbow Bright VHS tapes, so my memories of hanging out there weren't just like it looking cool, but me getting to watch like the best stuff. Anyway, me stop stalling on finding this freaking brush because that's part of what's making me take so long. And I'm gonna try not to get my tracking cut off looking down at the tablet. That's something I'm still working on getting better at, but a better desk in the future will help a lot. Rafa says, for me, gnomes have me in a chokehold because I can't forget the meme. Ooh. You'll have to link it for those of us who can't remember off the top of our heads what that is. I know that the Gravity Falls gnome gif took over a lot of what people saw gnomes as. So the whole David the Gnome, like, ancient Scandinavian anime thing kind of got superseded. So this seems a little bit too rough, so that's not it. And this was not it either because it's also too rough. Let me just... I don't like that. I don't like that. Why do I talk to myself like that? I'm so frustrated. I had it perfect. And it was so comfortable to use. No, I don't have it anymore, and I have to figure out how to remake it. I'm so bad at that. Like, some people, some artists love making brushes. They stay making brushes. They are making a new brush every day. They're making tutorials. They're sharing them. I can't keep the brushes I use straight from one day to the next. See, like, this is good. I want to keep this exactly as it is. So I'm going to put a star next to it. Hopefully I will remember what that means. Not an elf. Is it really that? I miss the days when I was really passionate about collecting brushes for Sai and like putting them in and organizing them, but it's just that I change my strategy every freaking time now, and it never, they just pile up, you see? I don't use any of these anymore. It just seems like kind of a waste of time. I'm gonna keep fiddling, but then like the second I want to use something I used earlier, I don't remember how to do it. I guess it's, I don't like that. I'll just rebuild it. I'll just have to. Did anybody have anything crazy or exciting happen this week that you'd like to share? I don't personally, so nothing cool to offer on my end, but some people live more exciting lives than I do. Maybe if I use the color that matches better, I'll be able to better see it getting closer to the brush I'm looking for. I don't know. Is that crazy? Oh, I'm so mad. I felt like it was such a good brush. I really did do... Anyway, I don't want to... I need to learn to adapt. Just adapt. Here we go. Make it slightly bigger. Yeah, maybe the density was a big part of it. That's a little closer. Okay. So I'm gonna hash out this ottoman real quick. Love a good ottoman. Don't currently have one in my life. Very, very frustrating, very depressing. I don't know why I did it so cockeyed. Crazy. I get really messy sometimes. I almost lost it again. Here, we're gonna mark it. So I remember what brush I'm using. I'm a gnome lives rent-free in my head too. Yep, also not familiar. I don't get to be one of the cool kids today. Ooh, let me make sure I'm not covering you guys up. Hold on. There we go. Is it okay if you're in front of my face? I think so. It's the first thing I think of with gnomes. Well, now I'm gonna have to hear it. That should have worked. What the hell? Oh, wrong layer. My bad. I'm so messy today. Sometimes you do a bunch of work and then erase half of it, but don't be afraid to do that. Please don't commit to things that you don't like in art, because you're gonna waste a lot of time. If you learn anything from my shenanigans, please let it be that. Like, what is this book shape I did? I was so lazy. Well, you're always showing us stuff, ha 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 ha. That's true, but most of the stuff I show is garbage. Okay, it's not garbage, but I'm the only one that cares most of the time. That's okay though. You should all like what you like. It's okay if everybody doesn't always share every single thing. Because it means that when they do finally share something that you like, that's like the real in. Oof, that's not right. Too heavy, too dense. No, that's not the right color either. I hate all of this. Hold on. It's getting too purpley. Hope this music appropriately represents me just screwing around. That's how it's supposed to feel. There, that's a little bit better. This one too? Yeah, making it all pink will help me just kind of visualize. I don't even like pink that much. I just use pink a lot in my schemes. I don't know why. Like I said, my favorite color is orange, but I don't know. It's not as popular like with people in design unless you're doing a completely different kind of aesthetic. I try to mix. There's orange in my design, like that's why she's got peach in her hair, but someday there will be a full orange vibe design. I just gotta figure out why. And get sick of the fairy thing, which will probably take a year. I feel like 2025 was the year of Demon Lily and 2026 is the year of Fairy Lily, but they're all canon. Dropped Frame's doing really well, by the way. I think we might have figured out, oh god, I shouldn't say it like that. I feel like I may have figured out what was causing crashing and have reduced things that might cause that to some degree. Let me go ahead and close Brave while I'm thinking about it, and I'll close Discord just to be even safer. Has anybody been on any kind of particular kicks lately with media? Because I have. But I can't tell you, because you'll make fun of me. Alright, I'm gonna just commit this. This is driving me crazy. And this one doesn't need to be as dark because it's just like a guideline. Here, I can actually show you. See, this is the helping me see the structure of the room. Anything planty that is orange is bird of paradise, flower, mango, or orange. Oh yeah. Those are my favorite. One of my favorite flowers. They don't smell very good, but Asiatics. An ex got them for me once because I accidentally asked for orchids when they were out of season on a first date, and he looked around for like 2 hours trying to find them and ended up coming with Asiatics, which are basically like a tiger lily. They're orange. Really beautiful. They stink to high heaven, but they were gorgeous. I was really impressed. And they became my favorite flower, so. Never be afraid to improvise if you know her favorite color. Trying to get better at clothing folds. I'm not practicing enough. I will not lie about that. There's all kinds of different ways that you can practice. You have to find something that's fun for you and make the time and not psych yourself out of it, which is the main thing that I have a problem with. You hang all kinds of expectations on how it's gonna go, it can be a lot harder than even finished work would be. No, that's not right. I'm resisting the urge to zoom in. It's so difficult. Tiger lilies, they look so pretty, but they somehow look like they'd fit in horror like a glove. They do have a weird, like, poisonous vibe to them. I feel like that's kind of why I like them, but also, like, they don't look super scary. They just have, like, kind of a... It's a tropical thing. A lot of tropical flowers give off that vibe of, I'm pretty, but I'm dangerous in a way that I'm not going to explain to you. Yeah, they don't smell super great. They don't smell bad. They have a very bland green smell that isn't as pleasant as some other green smells. It's funny. But it's also not uncommon for flowers, so there are people that are big time into corpse flowers, so there's something for everybody. Did you guys see that couple that just proposed at the corpse flower that opened? That I completely understand. The lady that bought one and had it in her house, less so. That's dedication to being extra and weird, I think. Not that you shouldn't do you, but I feel like, okay, if you're lucky enough not to be able to smell it, go for it. Yes, unsettling kind of horror. Oh, so pretty. Oh no, I'm turning into one. Totally getcha. Ugh, I didn't decide how. I feel like I wanted this couch to have like a saggy sort of cloth cover on it. I'm not going for upholstery here. I'm gonna worry about the rug later too, because I know that it's gonna be difficult. Something about rugs. You'd think it would be the easiest thing in the picture you're working on, and it always ends up being weirdly challenging for me. Hi, Sleepy Co! Everybody welcome Sleepy Co, honored guest. We're always happy to see her. We'll be working on your puppet this weekend, but it is so boring on stream, and I apologize. I cannot make it really, really fun, me just moving dials around. Sometimes I can. The stuff that's left, it's just not going to be fun to watch. Saritz, you should totally duel me again. I think you'll win. And not by forfeiting. Me forfeiting. Yeah, so now the ottoman's bothering me. I'm trying so hard not to zoom in. I really hoped that this piece would be a good reason for me to practice that, and so far it's just leading to me using way too thick of lines. Because normally when I zoom in, I can tell they're too thick, and then I don't mess it up like this. This was weird. Proceeds to mess it up further. No, I'll figure it out. That's what I was trying to just like go through this, knowing that this book is gonna look dumb until I fix it. Because it's a rectangle on top of a cylinder. I'm not even gonna bother with this pen thing anymore. I'll do it later if it even needs to still be there. It's complicated. It's a trap. Fights are rigged. Slander. Libel. Do you guys come to my channel to watch me draw an ottoman? You don't not want to watch me draw an ottoman. Why? Why am I so messy and then competent and then messy and then competent and then messy again? I was like scribbling while I was watching movies last night, and now it's not weed, okay? It's just the fact that I was not paying attention at all. It's not like I don't know what I drew, but girl, why were you so messy about it? All these weird crystal things. Low key, yes I do. I love bell jars. I need to draw them more often. Bell jars full of mushrooms. Got some mushroom practice in the New Age picture from last week. And I just felt like, okay, I need to do more of that, actually. It's really fun. Real ottoman hours. Yeah, this is, oh god, I did it. I shrunk my brush. Okay. It's okay to go from 10 to 8 if we're just drawing some little rose things. That's fine. That's the key, is I need to learn to adjust my brush only a little bit and not zoom. And here I am zoomed in. It's impossible. I'm trying so hard to fix this habit, and it just does not want me to do better. Anyway, I've got like a little rustic desk thing here. It's got this little ridge thing that sticks out. I'm thinking about doing some little recessed alcove things here, but I don't know. I don't know how much I care. I know that I've got these little branches that I like, but I might get lazy in the end. I don't even know what the cylinder thingy I drew is supposed to be. A pot, maybe. Are you a pot? I'll ask you again later. So there's lots of flowers and crystals. My problem with stuff like this is I get too comfortable going, oh, I know what shape the mushroom is, I know what shape the flower is, I know what shape the crystal is, like the parts of it. But then when it's time to actually add the shading, I can't do a great job because I didn't really consider where it was in space. I dazzle with BS a lot of the time. Ow, my back. Oh, how are you doing after that tumble, by the way? Doesn't sound like you fully recovered. Everybody, make sure you throw a penny in the old mall fountain for Saratz's back. His dad needs to grow an extra foot so that he doesn't have to pull things off a shelf for him. Sorry, I'm making sure you can see it. Do you ever have those moments when you're about to fall asleep and your brain or body decides to prank you by suddenly jerking you awake as if you're falling off a skyscraper? Yeah, it's called a hypnagogic jerk. And I am weirdly susceptible to them. But the funny thing is, embracing that is how I learned to fall asleep quickly. Because I learned to realize that the second that happens, it means I'm falling asleep, and it like eases my mind. The telescope lens is what I saw on the bottom left thingy, the pot. Oh, a telescope lens! You know what? That's cute. I like that. Never be afraid to just make shit up. It was definitely... I had like something brass in mind, but I didn't really... Sometimes I'm just like, what's some steampunk bullshit I can throw around? Give it a little shine. There we go. Everybody loves throw pillows, right? I don't know why. Every design I've done for a background has involved a lot of throw pillows. Some of these lines, girl. Just random. I get frustrated sometimes because I can go back through and see parts, like whole parts of a section of a piece where I was like clearly not paying attention. And it's like you gotta go back and do it again because you're not gonna make new layers, so it's all in the same layer. Do not be like me. But yeah, and I didn't want this extra pillow. I think that's still okay. Yeah. My foot is usable, but still not healed. Might take another week. Sore like if it was bruised. Yeah. Get better soon. I'm sure you can move it at least. Yeah, I'm glad you can move it at least. Yeah, definitely got some bruised tendons. It sounds exactly like the month or so where, well, it was a week and a half where I literally couldn't walk without dragging my foot behind me, and then another 3 weeks of it hurting pretty bad when I stepped off of that curb going home from the Astros game. Like I said, my tendons were just really, really bruised. Like I did the thing where my foot just turned completely sideways, just a full 90-degree angle out of nowhere. Your muscles aren't supposed to do that without some advanced warning, so probably got a little bit of a tear. But that's the tough part, is just not being able to follow your habits as far as like moving around. I remember when I got my nose pierced. No, don't get excited. It grew out already. But when I got my nose pierced, I did not realize until the week after that, and especially the car ride coming home, how much you flex that little piece of cartilage in your nose. I could not sneeze. I could not cough. I could not, yawning was the worst. Yawning hurt so bad. I would start to yawn and then immediately have to like try and force my face to reverse what it was doing, and it didn't work. And so I was just in agony the whole time it was happening to me. On the way home, I sneezed, and it's not what you would think. Like, it's just, it hurts so bad. It feels like somebody punches you in the face every single time. I was more worried about sleeping and like it getting caught on something, but now I was just flexing my face in everyday normal ways. Hurt really bad. But I felt very cool. Do you guys know that I got my ears pierced, let's see, 3 separate times? Because I'm such a sensitive little baby. And now I understand that, like, there's a scientific reason for all of this. I'm what's called a highly sensitive person, so this all makes perfect sense now. The first time I got my ears pierced, It was with one of those shitty little like ear piercing guns. And they didn't use, apparently I have really sensitive skin. Welcome back, Rafa. Yeah, my skin was really sensitive, so they pierced my ears with, I guess, stainless steel, and it immediately, like, my ears were beet red and itchy. And getting them ankles ready for the next Curry Barker movie. Well, don't give him any ideas. But yeah, I got my ears pierced, and I loved them, and the actual piercing wasn't that bad. I was really proud of myself, because the gun, I mean, for how bad it damages your ear, it does do a pretty quick job of it. But I needed to have them replaced with gold, like 14 karat gold, because apparently I was too sensitive. They figured it out. So they went and bought some gold earrings to replace, like some little studs to replace. But here's the thing, when your ears are already inflamed from, yeah, apparently I am allergic to some metals. Nickel, I think it was nickel, sorry, not stainless steel, it was nickel. And so they had to take the earrings out, and they left them in because they didn't want it to grow out before they could get the new ones in, so they're still kind of agitated. It took my uncle and aunt 6 hours just to get the first one in. I was running down the stairs, I was running away from them, I was hiding, I was crying, I was screaming, it hurt so bad. But after an entire night of struggling, they did get the 2 24 karat gold studs in. So everything was great for like 3 months. They were almost fully healed. Maybe not 3 months. They weren't fully healed yet whenever this next thing happened, so however long that would have taken. I went to the water park with my daycare, because we went to the water park every single week, this local water park. Nothing expensive, nothing fancy, but they had a water slide where they dump gallons of water out at you as you go down. And my earring replacements were kind of new, and I knew they were a little more pricey than the ones I'd gotten, and I didn't want my family to be mad if I lost one. So when I was going down the water slide, I put my hands over my ears. I cupped my hands over my ears. To this day, I don't know how the hell this happened, or how it did not hurt me, or how I did not notice. But when I came off the water slide at the end, I felt around, and one of my earring backs was gone. Like the back of it was just gone. And Lily needs gold. And so I reached back and I got scared, because I was like, oh my gosh, I was trying to make sure I didn't lose my earrings, and now the back of one of them's gone. I can't feel it. I felt it, and I felt skin. So I thought, oh, my earring back's gone. And I went and told one of my teachers, and she looked, and she like made a weird sound that I've never heard an adult make before. And I was like, what? And she told me that, okay, before I tell you the rest, this earring back was not, it was one of the kinds that's like a post that screws on. So it's just like a little rounded off metal ice cream cone shape almost. Not pointy, but like rounded. And that whole thing was in my ear. It was stuck inside my ear, like under the skin. I'm sorry if that's gross. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. It wasn't bleeding. Somehow the water and hit my hand and made it like go inside my ear. So they had to like put me on a towel and get some, I don't want to know what it was that they grabbed. And somehow again, it did not hurt. They got the earring back out of my ear. And for the rest of the day, I was upset because I only had one earring, which is something only boys do. At least at the time, I was sad because I didn't want to have like boy earrings. I wanted to have matching earrings, and I didn't want to take out the one that was still there because I knew how hard it was to get it in the first place. So I was hoping I could get home and replace the one that was busted, but my ear was so messed up, they were like, sorry honey, no. So I took the one that was still there out, and I let them grow out, and it took me 10 years to finally say, okay, I'm sick of not being able to wear earrings like all of my friends. People give me earrings for my birthday and I can't wear them. But I kept asking my dad to go get my ears pierced as a teenager, and he would say, you're gonna be hurting. Why do you always ask whenever it's like just about time for a dance or something? You don't want to have your ears hurting while you're trying to have fun. And then I would always forget after that happened, and I wouldn't get it done in time for the next dance. So I did it right before prom when I was like 16. And I just remember I went to a actual like salon with, you know, little southern ladies that, you know, do your hair, do your makeup, do your nails, whatever it is that you need. And I asked her if it was okay for me to back out right before she did it. She's like, nope. She gave me my ear piercings. And the funny thing is they're basically grown out now because I forgot to keep them updated. So that's 3 times now. We might go for a 4th. Hope you enjoyed that story time. Don't buy me pierced earrings expecting me to be able to wear them, because apparently it's just not going to take. I'm not going to let it. Why does it hurt so much if it's so useless? Yeah. It's same thing happened with my nose ring. Again, that cartilage, it hurt so bad. It didn't matter how long I'd had it in, trying to get the nose ring in and out of my nose. I had one of those screw ones, so you have to like twist it and move. It hurts so bad. I'm too sensitive. I thought I was just gonna have like, you know, a post. But it turns out nose rings like the one I wanted to wear, where it's just like a stud, it's not that simple. So ended up being a lot more painful than I thought. I also don't have any tattoos, believe it or not, because despite the fact that I've designed a whole bunch, I don't think I could handle getting one. Genuinely. I think I'd be in really big trouble. I used to want an Alice in Wonderland tattoo for the longest time, and then I wanted an elephant tattoo, like an Indian elephant. That one I still wouldn't necessarily mind, but here's the rain lady lamp idea. I just had like a weird little chalice thing, some plants. Because I don't think I want to actually bother trying to draw a whole lady. Some moss here. By the way, I did mean to get my VOD channel for the Twitch stream completely finished, and I got distracted yesterday because I forgot I had D&D. It only happens a few times a month, so felt real silly, but I'm gonna try and handle that right after this stream today. Okay, let me try and round this off. Yeah, there we go. See if I keep erasing this structure here. In fact, I don't really need all of this anymore. Nope. Some of these lines persist and some of them don't. There you go. Rafa says, oof, yeah, nose piercing. Nowadays, good studios tell you if the piercing will look the way you want it before getting it done, and they pierce you with big-ass needles. Yeah, the guy that did my nose was amazing. He was, like, award-winning. He did it with an actual needle, obviously. I learned my lesson from all of the ear situations. But it was perfectly done, trust me. The man definitely knew what he was doing. But I'm so sensitive, like... It only hurt for about 2 weeks, and not agonizing for more than like a couple of days. But the funny thing that he did was he took one of those like sheet things that they put over the area to like, you know, isolate the rest. But he did it over just my nose. And so I couldn't see anything, and he was getting ready to do it, and he was grabbing my nostril and like getting ready to put it in and put the needle in, and he goes, I have never had to work with anybody with a nostril this small before. And I was like, don't say that right before you do it. It was so scary. But he did it very easily, and the actual piercing really didn't hurt, like, at all. It didn't hurt at all. Yeah, it was funny. And then he did an amazing job on my friends as well right afterwards. Corey got his ears pierced right after that, and I think it was harder watching him get his ears pierced than it was getting my nose pierced. Yeah, he was funny. He did an amazing job, though. His name is Biria, and he is at Torin Studios in Houston. Highly recommend. He did an amazing job. I'm just a terrible, terrible patient. Like I said, I had not had any kind of cartilage piercing other than my, I guess my ears count. So I was fully ready. I was expecting the pain I had to deal with later when he did the actual piercing, and it did not turn out to be that way. The pain really did all come later. And I don't think there's a whole lot that you can, I guess ibuprofen to deal with the inflammation. But yeah, I didn't really have a whole lot of stuff I could do. I just tried really hard not to catch it on anything, which is harder than you would think. I did end up getting a couple of sleeve situations. Not fun. But it didn't catch on my pillowcase like I was worried it would, so that was a plus. What a gross topic. I'm just amused because sometimes I completely forget that I ever had one. And it's easy to be like, oh god, right, I did go through that. How did I deal with that? That's crazy. Honestly, if I didn't think it would end up looking bad because I, have other issues, I would probably go ahead and get a tattoo without worrying about it, but I don't think I'm in a good place to do it right now, so. Still no, but it's not because I'm afraid or because I haven't got a good idea. I'm not as precious about it as I was before, but just feel like I should probably wait until I know it's going to look good. You never know though. Something comes to me. I'm glad somebody finds it amusing. Trying to like blend this wood into the wall a little bit. I think there's gonna be some like flowers and things here. Moss, I guess. Just to keep the corner dark. Here we go. I finally fell into a pattern with this brush where I feel comfortable enough to keep using it and not like stress the results too much. I know I had like a bunch of cool little lantern thingies planned here, but I didn't really go into detail. I'm doing the thing again where I'm not being specific enough, and I'm gonna come back later and be like, what is this? Girl, what is this? A feeling is not a sketch. A feeling is random shapes. I definitely want some greenery up here at the top, so I'll do a couple leaves and branches and things, you know. One of my favorite ways to work is almost like sculpting. You feel out shapes and then you let them jump out at you. Like, have you ever tried the practice? Oh, this is a really good design. If you like drawing monsters, do a big weird scribble and then draw a shape around it, or do like an ink blot and then make a monster out of it. You'd be amazed at the kind of stuff that'll come to your mind. I lost focus at the wrong time. What is going on with the avatar? Like I said, I am trying to figure out how I can look down without it freaking out, because the second I tilt my head, it decides that I'm not that it's completely lost tracking, and I don't know why. Love that there's always a new tech problem no matter what. But we'll figure it out. I'm moving my tablet. I just don't have a proper stand. I mean, I'll try my usual stand, but it doesn't go down low enough. It's still tilted just too much. Yeah, sorry, you're not supposed to be staring at me, you're supposed to be looking at the artwork. I think that'll work. Someday when I get my desk to actually face a wall, I'll be able to mount it somewhere. But right now it has to sit on top of monitors or TVs. Let's do... The butterfly layer is called Big Butterfly, but it's cut off so it just looks like it says Big Butt. What will you do? Anyway, before you hit it big, this is the best time to fix that kind of stuff. True! We'll get it all done. Haha, true, yes. Alright, this isn't too bad. I don't know if it's gonna be my permanent work setup, but time to get branchy with it. I'm not good at trees. I don't know why. I never practiced drawing trees the way I really should have when I was surrounded by them every day. I drew from life. I could not make myself be drawing any trees, and now I can't draw trees, and that's my own damn fault. Hanging lamp time. What? So lazy with these butterflies, but I know I'm gonna probably do something different with them later, so I don't know. Your face the second you lose tracking your added value. Why is it losing tracking? I'm not even looking away. Hold on, let me reset the calibration. Maybe that's part of it. Because I did change my position a little bit from when I was introing. Come here. Hello. Hi. Calibrate. It is reading as like looking down on me. Let me bring it down a little bit. Okay, one more calibrate. I gotta get a better camera as well. Okay. Okay, I shouldn't. I hate this. I don't know if it's my camera or puppet string. It acts like it loses tracking so easily. Should I reset? Not sponsored, obviously. Come on, guys. If I look like it when I'm in it, I don't know, it's almost like it needs me to have it pulled up for it to actually give it the resources it needs or something. Like it's just not tracking well. At least we're not crashing, and at least our drop frames are not beyond 6%, I suppose. Yeah, the lighting definitely has been part of it, but I've got the stupid light on the webcam because it absolutely can't do it correctly if I don't. Here, I'll turn it up one more step and blind myself. Hopefully that will help. I do it for you guys. I've only had this problem for the art stream because what do you want me to do, webcam? Here, I'm gonna move you. What do you want me to do? Like, I'm barely even moving my face because I don't want it to react to me, and it's acting like I'm only allowed to move my eyes. What if I start looking at my tablet? Is that better? Am I gonna lose tracking more if I do that? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think the webcam is pretty okay. I don't think that's the major thing. I think I just need to practice with setting up puppet string correctly. I'm sorry. Give me a second, everybody. Now I'm fixated on this tech issue. Trying to make sure like that I know what the range is so I don't like move out of it while I'm sitting here. Okay. I feel like I've got it mostly under control for the rest of the stream. Did I have anything else on my mind this week? I don't really think I did. Other than, like I said, family emergency stuff that wasn't too terribly scary. That's another thing I should do is like tree brushes. Not the kind where you stamp the whole tree necessarily, but fan brushes, things like that. Probably help me a lot. Or, like I was telling Rafa, I should probably consider if I'm going to move to another app or practice with another app. It doesn't have to be moving or committing to another app. Good time to see what other stuff has to offer. It has been years since I tried anything that I wasn't already familiar with. Losing tracking is part of the experience. Yeah, thanks, Rafa. I think I got it mostly under control for the rest of the stream. I think the calibration needs to be set to the actual painting setup and not me just talking to you guys, because then when I go into the painting setup, it freaks out. Most of the time, if something's not going right, I assume it's me and user error. I really like this one corner. This is like my favorite part of the picture so far. Really liking mossy trees. Oh, I had that perfect and then ruined it. It creates all the memorable The Avatar has gone psycho moments. We need him. Once I have her full emotion range finished in the next week or so, it'll make it a lot crazier whenever things do snap to funny, crazy mode. Because she's going to have a lot wider range of crazy things that can happen to her face. Also, sorry for the boring music. I promise I'm gonna get with Ghost and actually get the list of shit. I really should just do that this weekend. I have so much stuff that I say I'm gonna do and then I can't get any of it done. But I'm about sick of the Weather Channel. I gotta get that taken care of. Just in time to prepare that Halloween compilation. I hadn't even thought about it. Wow. Yeah, I was just thinking about Halloween, the fact that it's coming up, and I haven't even thought about what to do for mixes because I've been so far behind on everything else. I do have a mix already ready, but I have lots of mixes already ready, and that's not necessarily motivating me to get them up, but I promise I will try and do something for Halloween. It would be kind of depressing if I didn't, since it was such a big part of how I got started last year. Yes, Halloween, the tradition where you dress in costume to ward off evil spirits, avoid them from noticing you're human. Yes, human, that's what I'm trying to avoid them noticing. That's the truth. Human. I am human. No, I was joking. Don't overwork yourself. No, I literally, bare minimum, I should be doing the holidays. It's like what I got into the whole thing for. If I miss it, I'm gonna be mad at myself later on. Like, I already have been mad about missing some special occasions. I didn't do anything for April Fool's Day. I was gonna do that. Not even anything mean, just something fun, an excuse to do something different, and I missed it because I was not prioritizing it the same way as I would have prioritized something else. So much messy lines. See me? I just zoomed in and look at how pointless all that detail is. Don't zoom in. Just don't do it. I don't know if this branch thing is going to come in front of the TV or not, but it might look weird if it doesn't. I don't think I can shrink it to the side. Would it look weird? Bring it back and see. Do I want it in front or in back? It'll be in back. It'll be in back. Yeah. You don't want to scare them. Wait, Lily chaining herself to the chair until she finishes a spoopy art and mix. Pretty much. You don't want to scare the monsters after all. Humans are too terrifying. I know. If we had gift capabilities, it would be Monsters Inc. gift time right about now. Alright, time to do a really precise box here. Where's my keyboard? Way back there. Make it a slightly different color while I'm doing this, so I can tell. I won't do it as thick either. That's too thick. A little too thin. 4 is good. This painting calls for a secret little fella. Hi, Maker. How's the casino life going? Yeah, give me a minute. I'm on a task right now. I didn't click that. That doesn't feel right. I knew my instincts were correct. I can sense it. Riveting, I know, but getting these lines correct really gives it that overproduced quality that I really like. That's not a joke, I'm serious. Alright, it doesn't have to be super perfect, but those details right at the beginning. You don't have to worry about it later. All right. Yes, that's much better. All right, secret little fella. Let me save. How secret? Where can I put him? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Secret, I guess this is a good way to do it. Put him in a jar! That's so mean! He can't be touching, okay, he can't be touching the side of the couch if he's in a jar. Alright. I can't do the shines either. There's too much other stuff going on in the background that I have to keep. Here's his little hand on the glass. Like, hey, let me out. Now I'll put him back here. It's fine, the jar has air holes. Yes, yes it does. I would never. There you go. Oh man, I didn't separate the butterfly sketch. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. Is that Rocky? I mean, it's got a little bit of a face similar. I couldn't draw him if I tried, though. Let's see, what's the next step here? Ah, I didn't finish this. Oh wow, it went really high, okay. I want this lamp to be sort of organic, but also like, I'm kind of digging that brass vibe, so I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but maybe it looks like branches, but it's brass? We'll have to see. A lot of little tangents because I was not paying attention to how things were going to run into each other, but that's kind of a maximalist constant when you draw pictures where you're trying to cram a million things into one picture. And I can't even remember if I was trying to do a plant in front. I think all the frames are supposed to be butterflies, so, or like star diagrams. My brain today, it's really bad. I'm gonna draw the books, but you also need to draw the lines for the shelves. There's a lot of nonsense. A lot of witchy nonsense taking up space. once this is done, this will literally be my excuse to always be streaming even when I got nothing to say, because having my full background will make me feel more present. Been really lacking that since I started. The avatar was the first step, but having a design I'm really proud of for the background, kind of huge. Ooh, I want to do a succulent here. Not necessarily a succulent, but like something that has that sort of vibe. I got too big with it. I immediately lost what I was trying to do. A lot of greenery. That is also part of the fantasy because I live in an apartment that doesn't get any natural sunlight in it. So I can't have plants. I even tried to have a pothos and I killed it. I managed to kill a pothos. Pretty depressing. I want to put some like random smooth rocks too, not just crystals. Lily is a crystal girly. As if you didn't need to know she was a red flag for being a monster, a crystal girly. Kidding. I get it, sunlight imitation is power hungry too. Sunlight imitation? My brain. I'm really struggling to read today, I don't know why. Sunlight imitation is power hungry, yes. I would really like one of those lamps that helps you adjust your brain to better circadian rhythms via light, but also a little pricey. Still something that I'm in the market for someday, hopefully. Like this central part with the screen is gonna be a major factor in reaction videos and things, which is why I'm trying to keep the overall section pretty clear, pretty clean. Which is why I'm a little frustrated with this branch section here, but we'll see if I need to adapt it later or just leave it. How am I erasing and you're showing me more? What is this, white? I'm confused. Hold on. Sometimes I make designs and then I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. You see how much progress you can really make within an hour and a half if you just have a brush that you like and it's a little bit softer. Red flags never stopped me. To be honest, the price point is not as outrageous as the monthly consumption and the heat they apparently give off as far as I've seen online. Oh, the heat would be pretty huge. Sorry, it says, that's why you keep ending up in car crashes. Can anyone else hear that high-pitched ringing? I guess I can't hear the monitor for the... Here, let me see if I've actually got my monitor set up correctly. Hello, can you hear me? Nope, I can't hear myself in my monitor. some sort of feedback coming through the mic. I don't know why there would be, and it was working fine last stream. So not a whole lot I can do. Yeah, I don't hear anything, and I don't really have a way to monitor it, but it is a good reminder to me to make sure that I have it set to allow me to monitor stuff so I can peek in on that. Audio. Monitoring device, default. Oh. Let me see. Oh, that's so funny. I still don't hear myself. Whatever. I will check it out whenever we have the stream replay. Maybe your hearing's just incredible, or maybe you have tinnitus, my dude. I'm kidding, but I occasionally have a random ringing, and I have to, like, while I'm streaming, and I don't know if it's happening in the stream or if it's just me, but it went away when I muted. Okay, well, that, since it's recording, I'll be able to check that. We are at like about an hour 30, so I'll make a note. Okay, if Typical Smile hears it, fair play. Let me check my filters real quick and see if there's anything. Wait, literally none of my filters are on for my lavalier. I've been sounding okay this whole time? Hold on, that's wild. It should sound absolutely atrocious. Alright, I'm gonna turn on some filters. I may have just recorded an hour and a half of garbage because nobody told me that my filters weren't on. I'm gonna flip some stuff on. Please tell me if it gets terrible. Noise suppression. Does that change anything? I feel like it's probably better for me not to have them all flipped on at once. But it's wild because my filters are not on at all. You add a low pass filter, that should fix it. All right, absolutely no problem. What? It went away? Okay, all I did was do noise suppression. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, good to know. But I am gonna write down the low pass suggestion because I always get low pass, high pass, what that means mixed up, just because of my binary brain. Thank you guys. I don't know why that was off. Yeah, sorry, not trying to make your ears on fire. The lavalier is such a complicated beast. Does everything else at least sound relatively clear? Like, God, you must be hearing every single little detail. I'm sorry. But I think we had issues before without it. Yeah, I get the low pass, high pass, what that means, but what is a low frequency? What's a high frequency? You know what I mean? Like, I always have it explained to me, and I literally know what it means on a waveform graph, but somehow, like, my brain just doesn't translate that to what it sounds like. And, like, I need more practice. I need to work on music production, then I would understand what you're talking about. I liked the little scratchy noises of you drawing on your pad so it balanced out. I can't believe you could hear that. Low is ooh, high is E. I kind of get it and I kind of don't. It's very cool though if noise suppression is all I need. Noted. I'll see if I can't perfect it. So the noise cancellation or the noise suppression took away my my drawing sounds. That's kind of a bummer. High-pitched noises have high frequency. Low-pitched noises have low frequencies. Okay. So bassy, is that bass versus treble, or does it still have, like, is that still different? Friend says you sounded fine to me, but whatever you just did got rid of the oh my god it's hot in here fan noise. The hell, you guys? I've been sitting here with no AC this whole time so that you didn't have to deal with noise. And I could have just turned on the noise suppression, so... We love finding things out the hard way. It's better than not finding out at all. I'm gonna throw down some actual color blocking now, because I'm doing that thing where I hit the point in the stream where I start to get a little zoned out. In real life, when I'm not streaming, I would just take a break, but we want to have some fun here. Alright, my music's disappointing me today. I'm gonna swap, sorry. Let's do the easy listening. At least for the rest of the stream. Oh my god, it's hot in here, fan. Yeah, if you can hear a fan, please tell me, because you're not supposed to. And at the very least, I should be getting cooled off. No, well, I had noise suppression on. I remember last time everybody was like telling me it sounded bad, so I had to go turn the AC off. So I had it off already. And I was sitting here with noise suppression off as well. Low pass kills your cinematic movie trailer narrator voice. Ah. Low pass filter filters out the bassy stuff, and high pass filter would filter out the trebly stuff? Or am I being too specific? Rip to that career for Lily. Can't wait till I finish my avatar and you can just see me bobbing my head to the music while I'm sitting here, because it would add a lot more motion to what's happening while you're waiting on me. I already sent your curriculum to CinemaSins. Oh no. Now I'm really gonna be ripped apart. Look out, my career's over. Okay, I want dark purple here. Yes, perfect. Do I want overlay? How do I see this better? Alright, fine, back to multiply. You're being broad but generally correct. Alright. As long as I start to get a foothold, that means I will eventually understand. So there's going to be some brown mixed in here, but I really have to get these like purple tones established. That's a simple way to understand it. That's helpful. don't know if this brush is gonna blend or not, but just checking it out. High pass, to my knowledge, doesn't really touch human frequencies anyway, unless you set it too low or you have some incredible voice, yeah. Maker says, today it's low pass filters, tomorrow quadrature, amplitude modulation, and fiber optics. Will make an IT person out of you yet. I'm down. Learn me. Bit by bit, we will figure it out, and then the tech will change right as I figure it out. I don't think I should do this in brown. I think I should do it in black and then do it in brown on top. I hate that, but... put this over here. This will be our palette. Palette. I can speak. There we go. Poor Lily, so many tech individuals. She's gonna look like Vegas Punk real soon. Vegapunk, mini knowledge. You can feel free to replace all of the worthless trivia about all kinds of stuff in my head with something that's actually useful. I am completely game and on board. Did I want it to come all the way out, or no? I think this is fine. I will bring it in a little bit. There we go. If you can understand Kinshi, you can understand anything. That's why it's still my goal to learn to understand Kinshi, because right now I'm still not included in that group. I have played long enough to... I did the thing where you wait outside for guards to kill raiders or whatever they are, and then just take their stuff, and that was the closest I came to having any kind of gear. And I traveled and like found another city, and then I think I ended up in a cage and I didn't know what to do after that. I did the thing, I got a dog or whatever they are, those weird bone dog things, but I was not very good at it. Not a huge surprise, probably. Let's do the same on the other side. I had an idea for this that was sort of like a stained glass window, but like it is, but it's not. I don't know how successful I'm gonna be. Been on my druid design shit lately. But here we go. Now we're doing a heist. I wish I could forget how to make bricks out of the river mud and replace it with something that made me money. That's how it feels. Branches. Alright, it's about to get dark because I have to do a lot more of these, and they're not, shouldn't all necessarily be this black, but it's the color I'm using for the base of the wood, so I'm probably going to end up figuring out something else, some kind of strategy from this. All my Kenshi hours are worth it because I found Beep. He's the strongest warrior alive and has never seen a human woman. He's just like me for real, for real. My Beep perished in the Fog Islands Wars. My Beep mocks your Beep. Gentlemen. Sure, everyone's Beep is special. Fogmen are no joke. Also noted. There's gonna be like stuff here, so that's why it's not so clean and easy to see, I guess. I'm trying to do like what's it called, value grouping, where you're like, I know I've got like black here and these big chunks, and like, I know that's gonna be the predominant color. It just stresses me out hiding my sketch, but ugh, I just have to practice. Here, I'm gonna possibly screw up my whole vibe, dropping the density. Actually, that's not too bad. It's still pretty dense. Have you ever thought of free leather? Dark. Well, what am I doing? This is just, it has to be black. It has to be black because like it's mostly other colors. I don't know why I'm trying to work it some other direction. It's because I did the purple first. We need to do the outline.
So ties around, and those is some place of my life is waiting on.
There's all kinds of candles and stuff, so it's really throwing me off.
And all the world is turning gold and gray.
I apologize, I take it back.
I feel so strong, and all the clocks of time and time so far away. And all the fears of
I need to be more controlled about where these lines land. I'm being kind of crazy.
in the rain of time. I want to show you everything that you've made love. I want to share you everything that you have done. I want to feel you everything that you have known. I want to love you everything. The time is gone.
Kenshi, I see that place in my dreams. You can understand Dwarf Fortress, you can understand anything, and that's why I don't. Relatable. Skin bandits sure have. That sounds horrifying.
Time is gone.
Do you guys have any movie or TV recommendations? Because I am actually getting started on the React content as soon as I finish my emotions and this background. I am still doing Apex. I actually, embarrassed to say, I recorded almost an entire take and then found out that, like, at the climax that I wasn't recording. So I'm gonna have to wait a little bit and have to have a more sincere reaction on that one because everybody's gonna know that I already saw it, unfortunately. But we can still get some good content out of it later. I gotta go with something I haven't seen. I'm probably gonna do Vampire Diaries. Not because I have any particular affection for it, but because I literally haven't seen it despite having read the books as a kid. This feels like the kind of thing that I would be pretty good to have a lot of loudmouth things to say. Pluribus, have seen it, so can't have an earnest reaction, sorry. I don't normally get on top of stuff as soon as it's out, which is why I'm doing this, but unfortunately, yeah, I'm not gonna skip a Vince Gilligan show, are you kidding me? I was on that shit as soon as it dropped. Don't worry, skin bandits are just a funny little gang of whippersnappers. What are they? You haven't explained it to me, the person who hasn't played. Sounds terrifying. Oh, Umbrella Academy! Okay, as a huge fan of My Chemical Romance, thank you for reminding me that I've read the comics, but I haven't watched the show. Absolutely will give it a shot. That's a really good reaction thing. Sorry, come on, Severance, really? You missed it. You missed the whole era in the Discord of me being obsessed with Severance and putting it on everybody else. Alright, fair enough if you didn't like the ending. That's actually good information to go in with, so I'll know, like, what to kind of be aware of my friends not necessarily being into. You always want to have their first assessments along with the recommendations, you know? Class is mine, by the way. Okay. I don't know who that is yet or what they look like, but I'm assuming that they're giving hotness in some way. Ooh, I like this one. Fun track. I just realized I wasn't watching live. I was like 2 minutes behind. Oh no, you missed some pillows. Gonna be a lot of like yellows and stuff in here, but I have to get really specific. Oh, here we go. Here, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Currently watching Silo. Yes, that's also on the list. I want to be him and I want to be with him. I love people like that. Which, on that note, new episode today. I'm a couple of Vox Machina seasons behind. I am behind on that as well. As in, never started. Meant to, never started. Ooh, that's too dark. Ooh, airbrush is fun. Oh, that's too much. Okay, I gotta watch it with the blending and the airbrushes or I'm gonna end up with a big mess. Trying to think of more stuff. You can always drop it in the Discord also. Oh, Silo, I have to watch that, but I'll do that when it's over, I think. Peacemaker's fun. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god, okay. Not even a huge DC person, but I know that Peacemaker is special. So I need to put that on my list. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and write this stuff down. So I'm gonna forget if I don't. Oh, Umbrella Academy. You write this down without my ab going bad? I'm sure I already blew it. And what's Peacemaker about? Is he sort of like similar to Homelander from The Boys, except he means well? Does he mean well? I think he means well, right? He's like... He's so good. I've seen clips from it, and I know some of the subplots, and it just looks absolutely hysterical. Saritz, if you find like a good spoiler-free video, you should share it in the Discord, because I'm absolutely adding that to my list. I forgot how funny. Like, there are clips from Peacemaker that, if you didn't know any better, you'd just assume it was clips from The Boys, except that their writers got better. It's a completely different ballgame, though. I've heard. It's, like, really special. Okay. I'm gonna, let's see. Give you a good view. Zoom out here. Hide the palette. Bring this down a little so we can actually see everything. So you can see the structure, but you see how messy it's getting. He's just so dumb in the movies. I mean, it's not inaccurate. I would, however, recommend to watch Suicide Squad 2 before Peacemaker if you want the full context. The first movie is skippable. Thankfully, I knew that, and I'm pretty sure I've not actually seen the first Suicide Squad. I think I've just watched a million videos making fun of it, and so it feels like I've seen it. I have seen the second one. It was actually pretty awesome. The actual Life Unsubscription Squad. Yeah, the real Suicide Squad. Yeah, I saw him in that, so I'm actually familiar enough with the character and his portrayal of the character, and I think that's about all you need to actually watch Peacemaker. So I am definitely ready to watch it. I guess it's time to start the Unlifer gang. the self-exit gang. Before I get myself, well, we don't have to worry about unmonetization on this channel because we're never going to be monetized. About to wrap up the stream, gang, but thank you so much for letting me know about the tech things. We really, I need to actually just start keeping notes, and I think that'll help avoid things cropping back up. But making new notebooks, like I taught you guys in the Discord, has been helping. Not a bad move. I'm gonna try to wrap up this art very quickly on my own because I'm not trying to be all distracted by it, but it's just having a background that is purely mine will really help me just feel more motivated, and again, I won't have to have these I'll take up a lot less space on the screen, which has been kind of making me feel bad lately. I looked at my offbeat stream from last Monday for the Twitch stream, and my wings were taking up like a fourth of the screen, and not a big deal, but not really my intention with the wings. Anybody else have any questions, comments, amusing anecdotes, anything you want to bring up or ask before the end of the stream? Now is your time. I'm obviously going to be around all weekend. Got nothing going on. Rafa and I are working on getting Lily TV up and running completely. He's been helping me figure out the field station situation. I don't know if we're still going to use that, but regardless, I feel like we're right on the verge of getting it running. So if you're the type that wants to have a, you know, random stuff to watch that isn't just me streaming, which there is going to be more of soon, but also TV, gonna have that going in the Discord ASAP. And since I realize me doing full movie reactions isn't as easy to upload, I'm gonna try to schedule once a month a live movie reaction where I'm talking and everyone else is in chat, and we'll record it and put it on the channel. And otherwise we'll have canned reactions from me uploaded privately with a lot of editing so I don't get insta-blocked. My bed is staring at me with pleading eyes. Goodbye, Sarah, let's go to bed. I'm gonna close the stream now. Rava says, I mean, the wings were there, but the stream was enjoyable and it's a music game. Yeah, I know. Next time, I promise I won't be blocking the screen, but... Alright, I love you guys. Go have fun. Go take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful Friday evening, day, morning, night, whatever's going on for you. Hope to see you Monday, and otherwise hope to see you in the stream. This is Peachy Lily signing off. Love you guys. Be well. Be safe. Catch you on the flippy dip. Bye.